Peace. Peace, peace, peace. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. If you can, hit me with a one. One, 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 one. Peace. All right, we're going to get started in a second here. Tell your friends to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. You back once again with Dr. Alim Bey. No doubt. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hit me with a one. One, 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 one. Oh, one. That's what you'll think. We ain't talking about opinions no more. We don't get into the science. I was once a believer in the old joint myself, but things are changing. Things are changing. Okay. Brother Stray is in the building. All right, y'all can hear me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Now y'all know that they've been messing with the screens. I have the screen up. It'll stay on the same damn screen. O could clearly be the original. However, you tell me after the lecture. Okay. Yeah, but AB positive takes in all the bloods. Okay. AB is dominant. But let's get into the information. We got time for all of this. Listen to the information first. Let's do that there. Yeah. All right. You want to go further into the information? I would say get planetary genesis, Stargate DNA, and humans extraterrestrial origin. Because we've been lied to about certain things. And I'm going to show you what we've been lied to about. We have our conference coming up September, September the 19th through the 21st. Tell everybody about it. It's on the Facebook page. It's on my Facebook pages. Make sure that you tell everybody about it, about the event, because this is just a small tidbit of information that I'll be going over. This individual here is known as Dr. Peter J.D. or the Adamo. He is the one who put forth and postulated that O blood type is the oldest. Essentially, he popularized that information through his books. The four blood types, the four diet, eat right for your type. Live right for your type. Cook right for your type. These three books, in particular, by him, he's the one who popularized that O blood type is the oldest. He said O means the oldest or the original. All right, now let's see how accurate it is. If you have type A blood, you should only receive type A or O blood. If you have type B blood, you should only receive type B or O blood. If you have type AB blood, you can receive AB, AB, or O blood. Now, is this true? Yes, it is. And if you have type O blood, you should only receive type O blood. So the only blood in which that can take all the bloods is AB. Okay, let's continue on. Blood types. You have A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive, and then we have A negative, B negative, AB negative, and O negative. Notice that AB positive blood can receive blood from everyone. O negative blood can give blood to everyone because O negative blood doesn't have antigens, which are various sugars. Some say toxins. Now, get this article by Amir Ishka Salamani. This is what he says. Just put his name in Google and Google that shit. All right? AB is the only blood type not found amongst gorillas. AB positive is the ultimate recipient. It can generate life from all blood types. However, no one can receive AB positive blood and live. Within the plasma of the AB positive blood is a gift called liquid gold, which everyone can receive. It is used to fight off infections. AB positive is the blood type found on the Shroud of Turin and Sorderum face cloth. It is the blood type of Jesus Christ. Now, that's if you believe in all of that, but this is what we continue on. My blood type is AB positive, written by Carter. It said blood care, and this is what it says. Although it may look identical, not all blood is the same. The small but vital or vitally important differences can be found on the surface of the red blood cell. The presence or absence of AB antigens at this level determines your blood type. The antigens help identify to whom you donate blood can be transfused, and what type of blood you can receive if you ever required a blood transfusion. Differentiating blood in this way is important because without it, careful matching to ensure safe transfusions would not be possible. This matching is especially important for those with AB positive blood, a blood type with a very specific antigen made up that appears less frequently in the US population. So what makes AB positive different from the other blood types? AB positive has both antigens or AB antigens on the surface of the red blood cell, while other blood groups A and B only have one or lack altogether, as in group O blood type. Because of this unique combination, AB positive donors' blood can only be given to others with AB positive blood. However, AB positive is the universal recipient blood type, meaning that the patients with AB positive blood can receive blood from donors of any blood type if required a transfusion. Antigens present in AB positive also plays a vital role in plasma donation. While AB positive blood has both A and B antigens on the red blood cell, neither of the antigens are present in the plasma. This makes AB positive the universal plasma donor, meaning that AB blood plasma can be transfused into patients who have any other ABO blood type. The AB blood type or group is believed to have the newest blood type. All right, this is where this comes in at, because they believe that it's the newest. You can continue on seeing if it is or not. The AB blood group is the result of the intermingling between Caucasians, commonly group A, and Mongolian, commonly group B people. For this reason, AB blood group is found in a low percentage through the European population, but appears more common within the subcontinental Indian population. We continue on. You go to Microsoft Bing. AB blood is dominant while O blood type is recessive. What it says: everyone has an ABO blood type, AB or O, and a RH factor, positive or negative. Allegedly, RH factor or RH is short for rhesus monkey. But we know that's bullshit too. Because Negroes have zero or nearly 0% of Neanderthal, which is monkey blood, monkey genes. While the European has 2 to 4, and within the whole group, 20% Neanderthal. And so they have RH negative. And as a matter of fact, those with RH negative has an extra vertebrae. In other words, they can grow a tail. And eventually 3 out of 5 Europeans, pale folks, have to have the tail cut off at birth. All right, let's continue on. Just like eyes and hair color, our blood type is inherited from our parents. Each biological parent donate one of the ABO genes to their child. The A and the B genes are dominant, and the O gene is recessive. Less than 4% of the United States population have AB positive blood. AB positive blood is known as the universal recipient because AB positive blood can receive red blood cells from all blood types. This is the reason why they have communion in church. And they act like it's a secret or ritual. And you have to eat the flesh of Jesus with that cracker and with that grape juice. And some get wine. The blood of Jesus. And we just showed you that Jesus' blood is supposed to be AB positive. We continue on. Well, what is the original blood type? Here it is. While in most of the recent ethnic groups, A and B blood groups are dominant, in another hypothesis is not even a fucking theory. They're still guessing. But if you want to hang on to a hypothesis, feel free. I'm not. I want the fucking truth. I don't care how brutal it is. That's me. If the facts change, I'm going to quote the fucking facts. I'm not staying dogmatic. I'm not getting caught into an indoctrination or fucking religion. Stop that shit. It's a fucking hypothesis. It's not even a fucking theory. So it continues. In another hypothesis, the first blood group had been AB blood group, which gradually and over the time, due to genetic mutations, was resulted in A and B and finally O blood groups. Take it or leave it alone. That's what Elijah Muhammad used to tell the nigga. I'm telling you the same thing. Take it or leave it alone, brother. Now, ABO origins. Given the above facts, blood type AB and O seem to be some form of combination of A plus A plus B, or B plus B, and AB are exclusive and O as inclusive, whereas A and B themselves appear to be separate original groups only if the father and mother are A and B, or B and A blood types can the child have any of the human blood groups of AB, and or O. The, the negate current theory that O is the original blood, especially since the man ape has little or no O blood type and no AB blood type, and A and B are very likely the originals. So see, they are getting this theory from how many monkeys have A or have B. But not a lot of monkeys have O and they have no AB. The man apes, continue on. 28 separate studies show that the chimpanzee has the blood type A and minimal O, but never B. 8 separate studies shows that gorillas have the blood type B and minimum O, but never A. There are no blood types AB in either of the man apes. So the man apes don't have AB blood. Now, let's get into the poisoning of mankind. Blood types, copper deficiency, evolution theory, and the Illuminati. C.A. Brotherella, fraudulent history and evolution theory. All right. I know this shit is kind of small. It's all right. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. All right. In the 1900s, Carl Landsteiner, a physician in Vienna, Austria, noted that this. Hold on, let me blow this shit up. Whew. All right. Noted that the sera of some individuals led to the discovery of ABO blood types. Essentially, he noted a distinct difference in the velocity, pH balance, or levels, or the clotting factor of blood. Later on, his students discovered the AB blood types. Then in 1940, the rhesus factor, D protein, was detected in truth. There is only one type, check this out, there's only one type of blood among humans, and that is AB. Nevertheless, anything else is a mutation due to copper deficiency. This is what they already realized. This is why the alkalinity of A and O are higher than B and AB. But it gets into that. And each, can y'all see the screen change? Shit, that's, I better then go back and make sure y'all seeing the screen. That's what I got to do. It's all right, just hang on. Y'all ain't got to get mad at me right now. Shit. We trying to go for the truth up in this bitch. All right? That's what we're going for. We're going for truth. We ain't going for dogma, your belief system. Fuck your belief system. We want the truth. All right, we want the truth. All right. Y'all was able to see the screen change? Give me a 2 if y'all was able to see the screen change. I want to make sure. All right. All right. All right. All right. As long as it's changing. All right. All right. So later on, his students discovered the AB blood type. Then in the 1940s, the rhesus factor. And each generation has been deprived and depleted of copper. The mutated gene protein has become weaker. These mutations of the blood and other structures have had manifested over the generations. It is used as supporting evidence for the fraudulent evolutionary theory. The mutated blood type of A, B, and O and the presence of the rhesus factor are used to establish a lineage correlation of the vast majority of the human population to man apes. And this is what I was showing you by reading what I just finished reading. This correlation does not exist since humans are created solely with the blood type AB, and the man ape does not carry this type blood. We were all created with AB blood and with normal viscosity, balanced pH levels with normal protein structures. Though a misinformation campaign, the original history is that the AB blood type is the newest and rarest, emerging 500 to 1,000. I've even heard 2,000 years ago, while the blood type O is the oldest. That's what we all believe. Once again, hypothesis, not even a fucking theory. All right? Blood pH levels. The A protein, A antigen, is alkaline, as it is made up of more than the alkaline amino acids. The B protein is acidic, with more of the acidic amino acids. While the A and B proteins are present together, as in the type AB blood, the pH balance is in the balanced state of approximately pH of 7.0. The balanced pH is an indicator of the nutrient mineral being in balance. Individuals with blood type A and O has a propensity to over excrete the acidic mineral and or overload alkaline minerals, while those with type B has a propensity to overload with acidic minerals and or over excrete alkaline minerals, in all cases due to copper deficiency. Copper deficiency. While type O blood, the alkaline levels is so high that even a normal alkaline A protein cannot be formed and thus is missing. According to numerous references in texts dating a few years back and earlier, the pH range for blood in the U.S. was 7.35 to 7.45, and with the average of pH of 7.40. Assuming that type B is acidic and the type AB is at a near 7.0, the range apparently includes type A's and O's, which comprises 86% of the United States population. The same dated text and references documents the percentages of type O as 45% and type A as 41% in the United States population. It is interesting to note that a clinic in Florida recently measured blood pH samples of 259 clients from January 2004 to June 2005 and found that the average pH to be significantly higher at a high average of 7.54. Assuming type A's and O's were only recorded in the samples, O's are the higher pH. This data includes that type O in the United States is currently well above 7.60 pH level. Additionally, many individuals with type A blood may change over to type O blood if the pH has increased to a point or range of which A protein disappears. Well, this is true because I took a blood test, blood test, and it was O positive. And I was drinking water from what is called the Kangen water machine. The Kangen water machine. All right. The Kangen water machine will change your alkalinity of your blood type and actually give you a different blood type. Here it is. Blood type unveils the secret about your personality. AB group is believed to be the most spiritual of all blood types. I didn't say this shit. I'm not writing none of this. All this shit is Google. Google. Many of the blood types of AB are skillful and smooth operators. They are good at doing several things in parallel or finish works in short time. They have a calm about themselves and have the ability to judge things objectively. They are very intelligent people. They have a wide range of interests, and many of them have many hobbies. They stick to their principles. Also, B blood type, AB people are exquisite, warm-hearted, and kind. Some people are admired and loved by others. Such people are admired and loved by others. Blood type AB people have ideal about how they want to be and what they want and pursue them, especially about love. AB people also have a personality to forgive about quarreling and not lingering. So if you can enjoy a mood of being in love with them and promote relations, you can be an ideal partner. Now, that was just the spiritual aspect. This plasma, this liquid gold in your veins. All right. We already read that AB have this liquid gold factor. This is how this liquid gold look. This is what they're talking about, this plasma. That everybody can get. Okay. This is why everybody can eat the body of Jesus. and drink his blood. Okay. I'm trying to get to another place here because it goes into more information. I don't want to get into the ape shit, but right here, 20%. The researchers discovered that about 20% of the Neanderthal genome could be found in moderate humans. Well, which moderate humans? Oh, mankind. At least 20% of the Neanderthal DNA is in humans, is in the European, is in the Albion. Recent genetic studies have shown that the Neanderthal DNA spanning at least 20% of their ancient genome survives in modern humans of non-African ancestry. Of course, they still refer to as African. We're not African American. We're not Africans. African Americans. If you are of European or Asian heritage, then around 2% of your genome originated from Neanderthals. Humans, Neanderthal shares up to 98.5% DNA, new study reveals. Chimpanzee, humans and chimpanzee shares 99% of the same DNA. That is the 1% difference. Look at them, they look so cute together. All right. So, another reason why we know that we don't have this Neanderthal is 0 to near 0 percentage is because we have Dr. Edward Robinson. And this is what he says. He says blacks have 9 DNA series. He said they tested the orangutan. They found out that he only had 3 DNA series. When they tested the gorilla, they found that the gorilla had 4 DNA series. They tested the chimpanzee, which is an ape. An ape they found to have 5 DNA series. They went into all the different countries. All right? And the races of the different places in the world. They went into Europe. They tested the DNA of the English, the French, the German, the Spanish, the Russian, and they found that he had 6 DNA series because they tested 116 different human groups or mankind groups. All of them, all over the world, had 6 DNA series. When they went into Japan and China, and they only had 6 DNA series. Then they tested the African people, and they had 9. They had 9 DNA series. And the 9 DNA series represents the fact of having the greatest possibility of genius. This correlates to Dr. York's 6 ether to 9 ether. All right. I broke this down in Man, Beast to God, or Beast, Man to God lecture. And it's real simple. There's 7 levels to this. The orangutan has 3. The gorilla has 4. The chimpanzee has 5. European and Asians, they have 6. The melanated person who does not have the barytheric gland or the epiphany gland, they have 7 DNA series. Those who call themselves the Anunnakian have 8 DNA series. And then you have the Neteru or the Natiru, who are the Syrian beings. And they have 9 DNA series. And not only do they have 9 DNA series, along with that, they have extra glands. Besides for the 7 chakras or 7 glands, they also have the barytheric gland and the epiphany gland. Thus making 9. Okay. So, believe it or not, about the blood types. All right. So, any questions or anything? Oh, Brother Crumb is in the building. The God, the master student, Crumb Snatcher is in the building. All right, so this is just a little presentation for y'all on the signs of the blood types, on new information on which that I've had for years, but I haven't heard anybody talking about it yet. So I decided to put it out there about the AB blood type. Now check this out. This is something in which that y'all can also take with you. I think this is very important too, is the fact of what I'm getting ready to pull up. In my book, Planetary Genesis, We got a section in there in which that goes into even further about the AB blood types. And I'm going to have to read this information to catch everybody up on the reason why we had to look into it. It's that the computer's moving slow, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. Yeah, Brother Crum, I got about 1,000 PowerPoint presentations. Peace, peace, peace. All right, let me see here. See if I find any questions. It says, "Oh, the letter categories flawed from from their inceptions." KK Harper, that's a good question because the Europeans was doing the analyzation, the analysis. I mean, all I can tell you is the time in which that they found what they found. To name what they named, yes, of course, we know that the Rhesus monkey thing that was um, a misnomer, a mishap. All right, so let me read this. Hopefully, y'all can still see the screen. All right, so AB is the only blood type not found amongst gorillas nor chimpanzees, which allegedly we have 98 to 99% similar genetic link. This is what they tell us, right? That does not matter because Rh positive was and still of being misrepresented, still being misrepresented. So I want to get more into that, KK. All right. As stated previously, AB positive is the ultimate recipient. It can generate life from all blood types. All right. This is why Negroes um, drink the blood of Jesus every month. All right. Because he generates life. However, no one can receive AB blood and live. Within the plasma of the AB positive blood is a gift called liquid gold, which everyone can receive. This is symbolic to what you're receiving. It's the liquid gold. Now, we continue on. Eucharistic miracles and the divine blood type. This is by Rick Becker or Beaker, May 17th, 2018. It says the cup of blessings which we bless, it is not a precipitation in the blood of Christ. 1 Corinthians 10:16. In Mad Max, The Fury Road 2015, the eponymous post-apocalyptic renegade is run down by the murderous war boys, but his life is spared. Why? They tattooed it right on Max. O negative, high octane, universal donor. Max subsequently became a source of hemoglobin for the anemic elite. But what makes Max a universal donor? What makes his blood so valuable? What we call blood types is actually descriptions of a most common protein, sugars, antigens that attach to the surface of the red blood cells and which makes for transfusion capability problems or compatibility problems. If you're type A, for instance, you can receive B blood transfusion. You can have a severe allergic reaction, even a deadly one. To complicate matters even worse, blood banks also have to account for the presence or absence of a protein known as Rh factor, which is why you have either A positive or type A negative blood type. These are other considerations and blood types that the further complicates transfusion compatibilities. And blood banks may have this work cut out for them as they strive to match the antigens of donor blood to recipient blood. But then there's O negative red blood, which is devoid of any of most common antigens, since it can be received by virtually anyone practically in emergency situations. Folks who already have it coursing through their veins are designated universal donors, like Mad Max. Remember now, I didn't write the article. I'm thinking that there's so intentional Christ figure imagery in Fury Road, a suspended rebel pouring out his life giving O negative blood for his tormentors. Since the movie director and the co writer George Miller was a physician before he took up filmmaking, I imagine that he was keenly, aware of the universal donor condemnation. But regardless of what Miller had in mind for his film, it does seem to make sense that Jesus himself would have had totally accessible O negative blood type. Turns out that might not have been the case. The Eucharistic miracles that have been investigated by the church throughout the centuries, those times that the Eucharistic species have turned invisibly human flesh and blood, all seems to point in a different direction when subject to blood type analysis. These miraculous remnants seems to indicate a Mashiach AB blood type, which is consistent with similar studies on the Shroud of Turin. But the AB blood type is associated with the universal receptivity, especially AB blood positive, rather this universal donor. Generally speaking, since AB positive blood carries the most common antigens, those who have this type can usually safely receive any of the major types of in a red blood cell transfusion. There are low risks of reaction. The recipient blood already matches in large parts the kind of attached antigen he's been likely to receive. If true, what would make of this counterintuitive Christology or Christology or logical phenomenon, why would Jesus' blood be globally recipient instead of universal accessible? Here's what I came up with in the Eucharist. We commonly speak of receiving Christ in Holy Communion. When we say Amen before partaking, we acknowledge his real presence and we accept the call to discipleship that goes along with the tremendous sacramental grace we're about to consume. The truth is, however, that when we take communion, it's less about Christ becoming part of us than it is we becoming ever more part of him, and by extension, ever more part of his body, the church. Really partaking in the body of the Lord in the breaking of the Eucharistic bread. The council fathers teach us we are taken up into communion with him and with one another. And what what applies to the Eucharistic bread applies to the childless. Saint Irenaeus writes that Christ has declared that the cup, a portion of creation, to be his own blood, from which he causes our blood to flow. Even more directly, Irenaeus insisted that our communicative flesh is not only nurtured by Christ's blood, body and blood, but also in the fact of a member of him. So see, this is the reason why Jesus' blood is so important to the Christians. Okay? You can go down to this website and get more information. You can read the whole thing. The Science Behind Jesus' Blood Type by Paul Waller, May 16, 2022. Medically, the AB blood type is the universal receiver. It can take into it itself any other type of human blood. There is an important theological message here. Dr. Serafini calls this type of blood the universal solvent. That is, it can mix with and dissolve all other types of human blood into itself. See, these are the clues that they're giving you. Now, there's an article that says if you are a melanated person with AB positive blood from the Negro Hebrew 12 tribes of Israel, you could be part of the 144,000. Friday, March 10th, 2017. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Find the verse. Okay. If something is said to evolve, then it is a genetic mutation of the original living being or animal. Original creation don't naturally evolve because they are what they always has been from the beginning, seed from seed, one for the bear, the original seed of the word spiritual DNA of the Most High instead of their soul and bone. They only become what they always been from the start of creation through purging of the DNA to get rid of any mutations or factors of evolution that were induced through sin, not becoming something other than the original. AB positive is the ancient original normal blood type. Adam being A positive blood type and E being B positive blood type, alpha and beta. Leviticus 17:10 through 14. All right. So, fallen Gregory, Satan, Cain, Omega, O negative. The satanic throne DNA of rebellion were introduced into the gene pool or DNA lineage through the original sins of Adam and Eve, which is a recessive gene, evil DNA in the fallen angels. Evil giant children derived from mating with O negative, snow white leprous, cursed women of Cain. Teachers, servants of the Most High, Abel, Seth, AB, AB positive originals. Genesis 3:15-18. And I will put enmity between thee and, we go to the Bible, the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and they shall bruise thy head. Enmity, the state or feeling of being actively opposed or hostile to someone or something, in other words, bad blood. So AB positive blood type is Israelites, is incredibly special, and it is a balanced pH is present in both in blood type AB, which is only the normal blood type. These mutations of the blood and other structures have been manifested over the generations. We natural DNA human beings were all created with type AB blood, which came from Adam and Eve. Of course, this is the reference to the original Adam and Eve, not the 6,000 year ago Adam and Eve, albino modified by Pharaoh Yakub and Akhenaten, in which that fantastic presentation was done by master student Brother Chrome. All right. So also symbolizes being able to have 100 be part of the 144. All right, being part of the 144. All right, that is also part. So your blood type can change. We already broke about the fact is that the blood type is because the various blood types is because of copper deficiency. Copper deficiency. Okay. So what you need to do, get you some copper. Start wearing copper. Start drinking copper, liquid copper. When I stopped drinking canned water, which had my blood type O positive, it went back to AB positive. So stop drinking water that's 9.5. That's too high alkalinity. You need Washita water, Spring Valley mountain water, which is about 7.35. Which is still A, but at least it's lower in alkalinity and it's natural. Okay? Get you some of this, colloidal minerals. Right, get you some colloidal copper. They got you drinking colloidal gold. They got you drinking colloidal silver. No, you need colloidal copper. That's the deficiency. The aches and pains in your body because of copper deficiency. Heart ailments, strokes is because of copper deficiency. Let's get this shit correct, y'all. They don't want to tell you this. Okay? They don't want to tell you this. So make sure. You see. Trying to find you the bottle. What that says, copper, baby. And it's liquid. Take you a teaspoon, tablespoon. All right? Ain't the best tasting thing, but it's that copper, baby. And what does copper do? Copper helps with the electromagnetic properties in your body. All right. All right, I'm going to end class right here. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, Kangen water is bad for you. It makes your blood type too alkaline. Too alkaline. Yes, that's colloidal copper. All right. We out, y'all. Peace.